go. Hey everybody, today we're going to be making macaroni salad with chickpea pasta. So I've got everything prepped and we're just gonna take approximately a cup of mayonnaise. Your favorite brand is just fine. We're gonna have about a cup of that, and we're gonna add to that a cup of Miracle Whip or your favorite salad dressing. And I always use separate rubber spatulas for that because I don't want my Miracle Whip in my mayonnaise. So rather than mixing them together in the container, I separate the two. Now, we're gonna set these things aside and we're going to add our seasonings. We have a little Tony's Cajun seasoning. It's one of my favorite things to add. And we're gonna do about a teaspoon, if you can see that. We're gonna toss that in. And we're gonna do about, oh, now look at that. We didn't even have the Old Bay ready to go. Brand new container. So, we get our Old Bay and we do about a teaspoon of that. Oh, a little more than a teaspoon of that. But that's okay. It's Old Bay and we love it. So, and we've got that in there. And then we're just gonna do some pepper, probably about half a teaspoon or so. I just like to eyeball these things. And just a bit of salt. Just like 5 turns of our grinder. And we're gonna mix that up. And basically, that is going to be all the sauce. And if we need more, you know, depending on how much pasta you're using and how wet or dry you like your salad, you can add or detract from that. Now we take our tuna. Notice that we've partially drained it, but we haven't completely drained it. We want some of that juice in there to have that extra flavor. And we're gonna just pop that right into the dressing. And we'll mix that up so that all that juice goes into that tuna. And all of it mixes together as well as we can. Very simple. And then we'll dump in about a half of a medium onion. I like to dice them really small so that you don't bite into a big chunk of onion. And about 4 stalks, small stalks, of celery. And I like to dice them really small, mainly because my husband's not a huge fan of biting into celery, but this is the way to get him to actually eat it. And then we just mix that up. And then we're gonna throw in our pasta. Now today, I'm trying something different. I'm using a chickpea pasta to cut those curves. And it's been boiled as to the package directions. And just rinsed and drained. And we'll just mix that in. We can add more or less. I don't like to add the full box until I know how wet it's going to be. And then we're just going to add, I've got about 8 eggs here, hard boiled. And that's a super easy thing to do. I'm probably not going to use them all because that might be a bit much. We shall see as we mix it in. And you can adjust this recipe any way you choose. Add things you like, subtract things you don't like. Have fun with it, play with it, make it your own. Especially when it comes to the seasonings. Even when it comes to the tuna. If you don't like tuna, use crab. Use shrimp, whatever you choose. And adjust all your seasonings to what you like. Now, controversial in my family, peas or no peas. My sons, they have to have canned peas, and I am not a canned pea fan, so I just take some frozen peas and I cook them for about 4 minutes and in the microwave, and I just pop them in because I'm not a fan of canned vegetables, but that's just me. You may like them, my boys sure do. And then you just mix it all up, and you have a good summer side salad. Of course, I live in Florida, so it doesn't matter. We can have it in the summer, in the winter, and all the seasons. And voila, you've got macaroni salad made with chickpea pasta. Enjoy.